In this tutorial, we're going to build this entire fitness app step by step using Claude Code. On the left, you can see the onboarding flow, and on the right, you can see what the app looks like after the user finishes onboarding. We'll start by designing the onboarding so the app can understand the user's goal, fitness level, and workout preferences. Then we'll build the main screens of the app, connect Apple Health and notifications, and fetch exercise data to create the exercise library. After that, we'll design the workout screen with the exercise GIFs, countdown timer, and settings. Along the way, we'll refine the UI, fix issues with navigation and dark and light mode, and make the layout feel clean and consistent. And finally, we'll store everything locally using Swift data so the user's plan, exercises, and progress are saved even if the app is closed. Before we jump into everything, here's a quick look at what you'll see in this video. We'll start by asking ChatGPT what kind of information we actually need from the user during onboarding, and from that, we'll design the whole onboarding flow. Then we'll use Claude to generate the structure of the app and build the screens step by step. After that, we'll connect Apple Health and notifications, fetch exercise data from a dataset, and build the exercise library. We'll also design the workout screen with GIF exercises, countdown timers, and settings. Along the way, we'll fix UI problems, adjust dark and light mode, improve navigation, and clean up the layout. Finally, we'll generate the workout plan, add quick navigation to the active exercise, and store everything locally using Swift data so the app works smoothly even after it's closed. So before building anything, I started by asking ChatGPT a simple question. I told it that I want to build a complete fitness app, and I wanted to understand what kind of information we actually need from the user during onboarding. Because a workout app can't really create a good plan unless it knows a few things about the person first. The answer came back with a really clear structure. It suggested starting with a welcome screen, then asking about the user's goal, their gender, age, height, and weight. After that, it moves to things like fitness level, workout preferences, how much time they want to spend per workout, and how many days per week they want to train. And once I saw that list, it gave me a very clear idea of how the onboarding flow of the app should be structured. So after finishing the onboarding and collecting all the user information, I sent another prompt to ChatGPT to figure out the next step. I basically told it that the onboarding is already done, and we now have things like the user's goal, age, height, weight, fitness level, workout preferences, and also access to Apple Health and notifications. Then I asked it a bigger question. Since every user will have different data and different goals, how should the rest of the app be structured? What screens should we have after this point? And how can we actually use all this information to generate the best workout plan for each user? So after that, I sent one final prompt to ChatGPT to generate the full structure of the app. I basically told it that we now have all the data from onboarding and Apple Health, and that the app should create a workout plan for the user based on that information. But at the same time, the user should still be able to edit the plan, add exercises, remove things, and customize it if they want. I also mentioned that the workout timer should keep working in the background, even if the user leaves the app or the app gets killed, and that the navigation should restore properly when the user comes back. So this prompt was really about asking the AI to design the complete plan for the rest of the screens and the core behavior of the app. So from this point, I start giving the plan to Claude Code to actually build the pane. But before generating the code, I switched to plan mode so it could think through the structure and create a clear plan for the screens and the logic of the app. Once the plan looked good, I ran the app to see how things behaved. Of course, like with most AI-generated code, a few things didn't look right at first, so I let ChatGPT help debug some of the issues while testing the app. One thing you can see here is that the navigation between the onboarding screens didn't feel very smooth, so instead of using a tab view, I asked it to switch to a slide transition between the screens. First, let's take a look at the onboarding and check out the animation and UI. And later, on the Create Plan screen, I also made a small design change where I removed the progress bar at the bottom and replaced the icon to make the layout look a bit cleaner. So at this point, I start refining the first screen. I already had a loop video player that I built earlier for my channel, so I just downloaded it and added it to the project to make the welcome screen feel more alive. Then I removed the icon that was there before and adjusted the text position so the layout looked cleaner with the video in the background. While looking at the UI, I also realized I didn't really like the color theme that the AI generated, so I created two new colors, DL and LD, and asked the AI to update the interface to use those instead. And while doing that, I also asked it to create a plan for adding the Apple Health integration and the notifications later in the app. So after that, the AI had already finished generating the code and asked me to add the permission screens, so the app could request access to Apple Health and notifications from the user. At this point, I decided to just run the app and test everything. As you can see here, the notifications were working, but Apple Health wasn't connecting correctly. So I gave the AI a reference image to show how the screen should look and explained that Apple Health was the part that needed fixing. After that adjustment, I ran the app again, and now both Apple Health and the notifications were working as expected. So after that, I asked the AI to create the full plan for the rest of the app after the onboarding, including fetching the exercise data from the Kaggle dataset. When I ran the app, a few things didn't work right away. The colors looked a bit off and the exercises weren't loading. At first, it asked me for an API key, but I told it there was no need for a key and that it should just fetch the data from the GitHub source. After that, the data started loading and the exercise library finally appeared, but the images didn't look right, and when I tapped on an exercise, the GIF wasn't showing. So I told the AI that when I click an exercise, I can't see it, and after fixing that, the GIFs started working. Then another issue appeared because the images were stretching and pushing content outside the screen, so I used a geometry reader to get the screen size and make the image match that size so it always stays inside the screen. And finally, I cleaned up the exercise library layout by adding a frame to the images so everything looks more balanced. There was also one more issue I noticed while testing. The app still wasn't creating the workout plan for the user. Everything else was working, but the plan itself was missing. So I simply told the AI that there is no plan being generated yet and that something in that part of the logic is broken and needs to be fixed. After pointing that out, it started correcting that part so the app could actually create the plan for the user based on the data we collected earlier. So at this point, when I start an exercise, we already have the GIF, the countdown, and the settings, but visually I didn't really like how the screen looked. It worked, but the UI didn't feel clean. So I gave the AI a reference image to show how I wanted the interface to look and asked it to update both the layout and the settings screen. The UI improved, but we still had a couple of small issues. Dark mode and light mode were not behaving correctly, and the small circle inside the countdown wasn't in the right position. So I started by fixing the settings screen first. I changed the background to a gray color with a bit of opacity so it feels lighter and easier to read. Then I corrected the position of that small circle in the countdown and added a stroke circle on top of it. That small adjustment actually made the countdown look much cleaner, and after that, the dark and light mode started looking much more consistent. But we still had a small issue with the dark and light mode, especially in the tab bar where the colors didn't match the rest of the interface. And the next thing I wanted to adjust was the moment when the user starts a new exercise. Right now, the background turns green, but it didn't really match the theme of the app. So I updated it to use the same color palette, so the transition feels much more natural and the whole screen stays visually consistent. While I was working on this part, I was also thinking about the user experience. It would be much easier for the user if they could quickly see which exercise is active right now and jump back to it without searching through the app. So I asked the AI to add a small widget on the home screen that shows the current exercise information. And the idea is simple. If the user taps on that widget, it should immediately navigate them back to the exercise screen so they can continue their workout without losing time. So when I started testing the workout plan screen, I noticed a small design problem in the top information bar. The level text, like intermediate, was too long and it started breaking the layout, which made the whole section look a bit messy. Instead of letting the text stretch the UI, I told the AI that it would be much cleaner to replace that label with an icon that represents the level. That way the layout stays compact and balanced, and the information is still clear without pushing the rest of the elements out of place. So while testing the app, I noticed there were still a few small things that needed to be fixed. The first one happens if I kill the app and open it again. In that case, the app immediately sends a notification and starts the exercise countdown, which is not the behavior we want. The second issue is when I press the end button during a workout. It should completely end the session and dismiss the exercise screen, but that wasn't happening yet. And the last thing was more of a UI detail in dark mode. When I try to delete an exercise, both the circle and the trash icon appear white, so I asked the AI to fix that and use the same DL and LD color theme we used earlier. I also noticed a similar issue in the exercise library where the X mark appears black in dark mode and white in light mode, so I asked it to make those colors consistent with the theme as well. And the last thing I wanted to improve was how the app saves the data. Until this point, most of the logic was working, but the data wasn't really being stored properly. So I asked the AI to create a plan and update the code to use Swift data so everything can be saved locally on the device. That way, things like the user plan, exercises, and progress can persist even if the user closes the app or comes back later, and the whole experience feels much more reliable.